Hello, my friend. It is my favorite video of the month. It is Favorites and Fails Countdown Time, where I talk about the worst products that I tried this month and count all the way to the best products that I tried this month. I have a variety of makeup products to share with you, from mascara to blush to eyeshadow palettes, both pretty much a fail and a very big win. And I also have some products that I've kind of tweaked my opinion on since the last time I talked to you about them. So I want to make sure that I update you on my feelings on some of these products. So if you are interested in that, hang tight. We're jumping into it right now. Before I get started with my countdown, I always start with a hashtag not sponsored feature that is something that is not makeup related. But this month, my friends, I'm switching it up. I think I am going to pause that, the hashtag not sponsored feature, and I want to change it because honestly, I've been doing it a really long time and I want to do something different. I may bring back the not sponsored feature every once in a while if there's something I really want to share with you. But as of today, I would like to change it to my empties for the month. I feel like that is more valuable than the not sponsored feature where you may or may not be interested in the app that I'm talking about or the kitchen tool or whatever it is. So I do have one empty to share with you, and it's not quite totally empty. There's like 2 uses left. This was sent to me by Ole Henriksen. This is the Strength Trainer Peptide Boost Moisturizer. And as you can see, I have like this much left. I received 1 in total PR package from Ole Henriksen, and this was definitely my favorite product that I tried. It is very pricey at $51, but there are a lot of good ingredients in here, mostly moisturizing, hydrating ingredients, but there's also niacinamide in here, which is a powerhouse ingredient for so many things. There's also quote unquote anti-aging ingredients in here, like ceramides and peptides and things like that I really love to have in my skincare, more for long-term benefits rather than a short-term. Like, you're not going to get short-term anti-aging stuff out of skincare. It's really the long haul. It's really encouraging your collagen production to continue producing rather than like a Botox-like effect. So of course I did not see any like really lessening of my fine lines and wrinkles. Doesn't really happen for me with skincare very often. But what I did see more of with this is just the use of the product was very pleasant. The scent on this is fantastic. It's like a berry clean amazingness. It smells really freaking good and it feels good on the skin. The texture of it is really nice. It's very light. I don't want to use a lot of it because I don't want to waste my last drops of it. But it's very gel-like almost to go on, in that it doesn't feel heavy on the skin after, like when I go to bed, I usually put this on before bed. I don't want my face to stick to my pillow. Like, that's absolutely disgusting. This dries down pretty quickly, so I don't ever have that experience, but my skin just feels good after washing my face after a long day. I just want a really nice moisturizer, and this is definitely it. So the question is, will I purchase this after receiving NPR? No, I will not. It is $51. I don't feel like it did anything so magical that it is worth the price point. I have a lot of other skincare that I want to try for you right now. If I wasn't a beauty YouTube person, would I repurchase this? Probably at some point. It wouldn't be an immediate repurchase, but maybe like in the wintertime, I feel like this might be something nice. And if it were sent to me in PR again, I would definitely use it again, but I don't think I'm going to spend my $51 on this at this point, even though I did really enjoy it. So that is my empty of the month. And with that being said, let us go into the worst product that I tried this month that's new to me. So this is the only product that I just straight up don't like of all of the things. Everything else I can see positives in it. So let's talk about it. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Full Fat Lashes Star Mascara. Okay, I got this in the Charlotte Tilbury mystery box. So it's possible I got a dud. It's possible that, you know, my lashes just don't like this. I don't like it. It's terrible. The price on this is astronomical for how little it does. Here is the wand. The wand made me very hopeful. It's a nice fat juicy wand, which usually means I'm going to get a lot of volume. No. It basically just colored my lashes, which is great for some people, not for me with my short, sparse, wimpy lashes. It just wasn't a good mascara. I would much rather go get Essence Lash Princess or their new Lash Like a Boss mascara for like $4 than get this. I would never repurchase this. I'm so thankful I got it in a mystery box to try it, but this is not good. At least the one that I got is not good. If you love this mascara, I'm glad it works for you. It's terrible for me. This next product I really poo-pooed on in my review, but I don't dislike it as much as I did in the first impression review that I did. This came from my Sephora cheapest products at Sephora video. This is the KVD Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade something. What is it? This is in the shade Queen of Potions, and this is their Hyper Light liquid lipstick. And I will tell you, the KVD liquid lipsticks that I've tried in the past, I absolutely hated. Very dry, crumbly. All those stereotypes that you hear about a liquid lipstick, that was that liquid lipstick. When I tried this in the first impression review, I thought this was pretty much the same. Maybe a little bit lighter and not as crumbly, but still very, very dry. The more I have used this, the more I am able to tolerate it. I am wearing it on my lips today. It is very, very matte. So of course, if you don't like matte liquid lipsticks, you're not going to like this unless you top it with a lip gloss or something. But I don't find it to be as uncomfortable as I did for that video. It's just fine. Will I purchase more of these? Absolutely not. But will I continue to use this? Probably, especially topping it with a gloss, which I feel like is the best for me. Now, of course, when you top a liquid lipstick with a gloss, you're gonna lower the lasting power. Lasting power on this liquid lipstick is pretty good because it is that matte, flat, drier formula, but it does wear down pretty unevenly, so that's something to take into consideration as well, that you want to have this on hand to reapply, especially after a meal, especially after anything oily goes on your lips, which will destroy any liquid lipstick. So I don't hate it as much, but I still don't like it. That's what it comes down to. Number 8 is something that I gave a more positive review of so far. I can't remember where I mentioned this, whether it was in a live chat or in a What's Up in Makeup, I don't remember. But I don't like this as much as I did. When I talked about it then. This is the Too Faced Lip Injection Maximum Plump, and this is their new one that just came out with their Cosmic collection. If you've ever tried a Too Faced lip injection, you know what these feel like. You know what they smell like. They smell weird. It's got a slightly sweet scent, but also kind of chemically. And once you've used one, you will associate this scent with a burning feeling, because when you put this on your lips, it does burn some. And that is what creates that plumping effect. It's a hot pepper extract, which in this is fine for me. It lasts about 10 to 15 minutes and then goes away. There are lip liners that they just came out with. Oh my gosh, it like lasts for freaking ever, and it's torturous, and I hate those lip liners. But this I can definitely handle. For me, it does give a very slight plumping effect because of that irritation as it's heating up your lips, but it's not enough for anybody to notice but me. What I said when I talked about this at first is that the chunky glitters, I thought it would be chunkier, which I wouldn't like, but I hadn't noticed big chunky glitters coming off. They do. They do. The more I've used this, the more I've encountered the chunkiness of the glitters, which is weird. To have like a weird random piece of glitter just like hanging out on your lips is just not cute. So if the glitters in here weren't so big, I think that I would stick with the, it's fine. Will I purchase it? No. But it's fine. And I'm happy to have it. Now that I've realized that the chunky glitters are so chunky, it's just more annoying than anything, because then I feel like I have to like pick it off. Let me just show you. I don't know if it's going to do this time because it's kind of a 50-50 shot. I'm pulling out my phone for the camera app so I can like apply this. And I don't think I can see any chunkies. Can you see any chunkies? I can't. But it's like, what makes that any better as a lip gloss over top of a liquid lipstick than any other just plain old gloss that's much cheaper? Nothing. Other than the flavor of it. It's supposed to have like a champagne-y kind of flavor. It is slightly different than the original Lip Injection Extreme, but it's not totally different. You still have that strong lip injection smell. Can you see the chunkies? There's a couple of them, but I've gotten bigger chunks than that before, which have been kind of annoying. So again, is this a bad product? No, absolutely not. It's not a bad product. It's what you should expect from a lip injection, but I don't see any reason to get this chunky glitter one over other ones, if that makes sense. Oh, BT dubs also about this. Do not kiss your significant other without warning them, because I gave my husband a kiss before he left for the day, and he texted me and he was like, "Why are my lips burning? Did you put something on?" I had to explain it to him and he was like, "Well, at least now I know it's going to go away." I'm like, "Yeah, it's going to go away. I'm so sorry." So make sure that you warn anybody that you put your lips on. It's going to burn them too. This has moved up the countdown significantly. It's much higher than I thought it was going to be. This is the new ColourPop Cream Blush that they just came out with. This is in the shade Whole Mood, and this is what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. You just have to kind of manage your expectations of what you expect this to be. Personally, my favorite ColourPop blush formula is their pressed powder blushes. Those are by far the best, followed by the Super Shocks and the stick blushes. This is my least favorite of all the ColourPop blush formulas. But some of you may like this the best because this is definitely the most sheer. If you like just a very sheer wash of color that doesn't really build, you're gonna love this. The last thing I want to mention about this is it doesn't smell good. Like, normally you don't smell your blushes. Like, I get that. But I get a whiff of this every once in a while, and it just smells like plastic and chemicals. It smells really weird, and I don't like that. Again, least favorite product, blush product from ColourPop, but it's not bad, especially if you wanted to want to have a sheer wash of color. Lasting power is not great because it is so sheer. So once, I would say maybe 4 hours in, it's pretty much gone. So yeah, I'm not a fan, but I can see why some people do like these. The last product to round out the lower half of the countdown is the Too Faced Cosmic Crush eyeshadow palette. Okay, this is the thing. Do you remember when we were all dying over Urban Decay and everybody was losing their minds over Urban Decay, and then all of a sudden we realized this really isn't that fabulous? That's what's happening with me in Too Faced, but it's not every single palette. I feel like this palette, which is pretty new, I like about half the shades. The other half are either too sheer, difficult to blend. It's not a great palette. But what's weird is I really loved the Italian Spritz palette. I had a great experience with these shadows. They blended beautifully. They went on beautifully. Like, there was no problem with this one. But this one, I don't know what is going on. If I bought this, oh my gosh, I would have been pissed. I probably would have returned it, honestly. It's really not a great palette. It's not fun to use. I don't enjoy the formulas in here. I feel like what's happening is that Too Faced is just kind of taking their old formulas and just kind of mushing them around and just throwing together colors, and no one's really testing it to see whether it's actually a good palette or not. They're just kind of looking at it. What I would suggest if I worked at Too Faced, I would say, you know what, get some makeup artists, hire 3 makeup artists with 3 different skin tones. Have them, even Instagram, people from Instagram, you know, give them an unpackaged, make them sign a non-disclosure, give them an unlabeled or labeled, whatever you want to do, palette, and have them try it and give you feedback before you go into mass production of the different shades or the individual shades or whatever. Like, somehow have people test these. Because I feel like if Too Faced could have a consistently good formula, I think that they would do so much better. But the biggest problem with Too Faced is they have this adorable packaging and very inconsistent formulas, and you just can't trust them. And that's what I hate about it. I hate that about that, because I would never go into the store and buy Too Faced because I don't want to have to deal with either returning it or having a bad experience, or, you know, like, it's just, I don't know. I I'm rooting for them. I hope that they do well. They need to go back to whatever they did with Italian Spritz and keep doing that. This one is not it. I also don't like this packaging, that it's got this little tray here for whatever reason. And sometimes you go to close it and it just doesn't close. Like it gets stuck. So you have to just kind of push it and close it, which is just mildly annoying. It's kind of more of a nitpick. But yeah, this one's it's just okay. It's just fine. That's why it's kind of near the middle, because I do like about half the palette. In contrast, this product I thought was going to be way high up on the countdown, and it's lower. And I'm shocked, but I know, right? If you saw my FabFitFun unboxing, which is a sponsor video, of course, my favorites of fails will never be sponsored. But this I was dying over, absolutely dying over. This is the Youthforia color changing blush. The shade is just called Chemical Reaction, which I just noticed. So this is a blush oil. It was very, very viral on TikTok for a while, and I love this shade, okay? It's the traditional shade of blush that you get with these color changing products. Your pH may vary slightly from the person next to you, but don't think that this is going to change per your skin tone or anything like that. It's not sophisticated enough to be like, oh, this person has an olive undertone, let me go ahead and change that. Everybody's pretty much going to get the same shade. It's just going to look different on different skin tones, because that's what happens with all color cosmetics, is they look different on different skin tones. Anyway, so it is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, and I still really love it. What I noticed though, because I brought this on both my vacations that I went on, is that the lasting power is not fabulous. It needs a reapplication about halfway through the day, which I don't normally like to do with blushes. I would much rather just put them on and be done. There are plenty of blushes that do that. This one definitely needs a reapplication. But really, that is my only complaint about this product, is that the lasting power isn't fabulous. I still love the way that it looks. It looks beautiful. It looks natural. You can build it, unlike the ColourPop blush. And it's just a very, very nice product. I just wish it lasted a little longer on my skin. Moving into products that I am absolutely loving, we have the Benefit Cookie Blush. I know this is old. It is just new to me. I love this highlighter. Oh, did I call it a blush? It's a highlighter. It is gorgeous. I love that it is just a sheer wash of highlight instead of it being like a from space, like just out of control highlighter. I am wearing it today, and it just gives you that beautiful wet look rather than like a stripe of highlighter, which I think that if it's not blended properly can look super weird. I feel like this one is pretty much error proof. It doesn't have a white base, so it can look really beautiful on lots of skin tones, even though it is a lighter color. There's no cast to it. It's just a sheer wetness. And I've seen this on people of deeper skin tones, very light skin tones, and it seems to look beautiful on everybody. It's just a really, really nice product. Lasting power is great, and I'm very much enjoying this. At number 3, this was my favorite thing in the Charlotte Tilbury mystery box. If you are a channel member and you were able to join the live that I did unboxing the Charlotte Tilbury mystery box, thank you so much for joining. It was really, really fun just hanging out. If you are still a current channel member and you want to watch that video, it should be available to you. If you go to my videos and then click on the live tab, you should have access to the 2 live streams that I did this past month, just for channel members only. If you would like to join, there is a join button, or at least there should be a join button below this video, so that you can view those videos and any future live streams that I'm doing only for channel members. It's just more intimate, having just a smaller group of people hanging out and chatting. So I was excited about this at the time, and I'm happy to report I am still excited about it. This is, of course, Charlotte Tilbury, the Feline Flick. This is their eyeliner pen, and I am not usually the biggest fan of marker tip eyeliners, but because this one is so fine, it goes on really, really easily. I am wearing it today. It's so easy to use, and of course, very black. I purposely didn't put on lashes today because I really wanted you to see this eyeliner. I'm also going to put it on my hand as a swatch just so you can see. It's just very easy to control. The liquid doesn't seep into the fine lines on my eyelid, which is a deal breaker for me when that happens, but there is a significant amount of liquid, so it's just very easy to move, very easy to apply, very fast. If I make a mistake, it's very easy to remove my wings and put them back on. It doesn't smooshy smosh everywhere. And then the lasting power on this is wonderful. I can go throughout my day, don't have to worry about it smudging, going bleh, unless my hands are like oily or wet, then it will smudge. But just like a general like this, like itching the corner of my eye, does absolutely nothing. It dries down beautifully. It's just a wonderful, wonderful eyeliner. And this is something that I would repurchase. I was a little late to the game getting this one, but it honestly did not disappoint. I love this freaking palette. This is the Blessed palette by Sydney Grace and Glitzy Fritzy. And y'all know I'm a huge Sydney Grace fan. I am a huge Mary fan who is Glitzy Fritzy. And I was so excited to see that they did this collab. The color story on this is my love. Mary did such a good job picking out the colors for this. It is my cool tone dream over here. We've got some really nice natural shades over here, some really nice natural shimmers, but then we have these really fun pops of color. Some of us don't really want to use a ton of color all the time. I feel like this is perfect because they're fun colors. They're not boring colors. They add a little bit of spice to a very natural look. So you can just pop one of these colors just on your lower lash line, or just pop one of them in the center of your lid and blend it out with a bunch of the natural colors. It's just a fun palette. I really enjoy it so much. And of course, Sydney Grace's formula is phenomenal. And I'm having so much fun with this. And I'm so thankful that Mary made sure that I got this. I didn't get this in the first round of PR. And I didn't say anything. I didn't I didn't get it in PR. They just made sure I got it. And this is definitely something I would purchase if I hadn't gotten it in PR, just because the shades are so fun. I mean, even if you just take out this, you've got a really nice, fun, natural palette, and then you throw the BAM in there and it's like, yes, Mary crushed it. It's such a good palette. Actually, let me swatch a few of these for you because they're fabulous. We'll do we'll do 4 of the we'll do the loud shimmery, guys. I mean, look at that. Are you serious right now? Are you freaking serious? And then I'll do 4 of the mattes because I can't even with this thing. Here are the mattes on the fingers. I mean, seriously, dude. And I'm just going to blend these just a little bit. There you go. Just really, I mean, come on, man. It's so good. We're just going to double swatch the ones that look like doo-doo. We're going to double swatch this one and then this one with stronger fingers too. So you can just kind of see what happened there. I don't even know. Yes. So if you were on the fence and it's in your budget and it's something that you want, I would like to push you over the edge because it really, really is so good. It's so good. And then finally at number 1, why is my voice cracking? Okay, so this was a purchase. We talked about Sunset Makeup in What's Up in Makeup one week. And I was like, oh, I don't know anything about that brand. Let me buy a couple of things. So this is something that I purchased from Sunset Makeup. This is their freckle product. Now, y'all know, if you have been around past couple months, this was a nightmare. This is the Makeup Revolution freckle marker thing. And it was the first freckle product that I ever used. And I talked about it in Favorites Fails last month and showed you the clip of the video from this. It was so bad. The issue with this product is when you put on freckles, it's so dark that it dries down really fast and it just creates these like gray marks where you look like somebody drew them on. Now, let me show you the difference between that and the Sunset Makeup one. Oh my goodness. I'm going to put it next to it. Boop, boop, boop. I'm going to do the same 3 dots. And let me... Okay. So here is the Sunset Makeup. Here is the Makeup Revolution. Do you see the difference? Like, it just looks so natural. I put some on today. I have a few on. Let me put a few more on just so you can see what it looks like on the face. Actually, let me get a legit mirror. Hold on a second. Boop, 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 boop. And then we're going to go like this. I mean, I think that's freaking adorable. I went a little bit high underneath my eye, like right here. I shouldn't have gone that high, but you can kind of get the idea. Let me do the other side too. Do boop, boop, boop. You see how it's just really natural and pretty? And I have a feeling that Phoenix is going to steal this from me because they think it's super cute too. I might have to just buy one for them. But it just looks so much more natural and so much more realistic. And I'm just very thankful because I thought maybe the Makeup Revolution one was my issue, but no. That's what it's supposed to look like. That just looks wrong. I was nervous to purchase this because I thought it was going to be the same debacle as before, but very, very thankful it worked right. And at this point, my friend, it is your turn in the collective brain of makeup awesomeness where we help each other not to buy crap and to buy things that are totally worth it. I would love to know your thoughts about anything I talked about in the countdown today. Have you tried any of these? Is your opinion the same as mine? Is it different than mine? I would love to know your thoughts. If you haven't tried any of this, are you interested in trying it? If you're not interested in trying it, what have you been trying lately? What have you been loving? What have you not been loving? I would love to know your thoughts down in the comment section down below, and I'm sure the rest of the community would love to know your thoughts as well. Thank you again so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button before you go. It tells YouTube to share it with more people. It tells them, yeah, this is a great video. That really helps me out so much, and it's so fast and so free for you. But if you would like to hang out just a little bit longer because you're not ready to go, YouTube should be recommending a couple videos for you right over here to watch, including one that I picked up for you special down there. YouTube's going to pick the top one for you based on your viewing history, but if you do need to go, it is absolutely no problem at all. Thank you for hanging out as long as you did, and mad love to you, and I will see you in a video very, very soon. Bye!